me again. So in this video, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to configure group policies and organizational unit. Group policies enable network administrators to specify a whole bunch of configurations, things from a central location, and apply them to Windows operating system on workstations and servers. You can control the user's desktop experience, or if you want, if you want to remove access to control panels so that they won't be able to change settings or anything like that. Or you might even want to configure Internet Explorer to give all users the same home page to give a more uniform experience. You could specify security settings such as a minimum length of passwords, and even use it to deploy software. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to click on Start. We're going to go to Administrative Tools, and we're going to go to Group Policy Management, and we're going to create a new GPU. But the first thing we need to do, in order for a GPU to be effective, we must create something called an organizational unit. An organizational unit, OU for short, is a subdivision within Active Directory into which you can place users, groups, computers, and other organizational units in. You can create organizational units to mirror your organization's functional or business structure. Each domain can implement its own organizational unit hierarchy. If your organization contains several domains, you can create organizational unit structures in each domain that are independent of the structure in other domains. And to create an organizational unit, you're going to click on your domain, right click on your domain, and you're going to click new organizational unit, and we're going to name it. Just name it OU ottley. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to click on the folder here called Group Policy Objects. Right click New, and we're going to name our object here. I'm going to call mine Control Restrictions. And we click OK. Alright. Alright, so here you can see my GPU is almost ready. So I'm going to right click on the GPU, click on Edit. Right, and here, this is where we select our options, whether we would like to change the computer configurations or the user configurations. But for this video, we're going to change the user configurations. We're going to go on Policies. We're going to go on Administrative Templates. Keep in mind, there's a host of other options you could change. You could change it to restrict your user to change from changing the desktop or other settings, as I said earlier. In my case, I'm going to click on All Settings. Alright, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to prohibit access to the control panel. And we're going to enable it here. And then we press Apply and OK. For this GPU to be effective on your domain, on your organizational unit, you're going to need to go to the organizational unit, right click and link to the existing GPU. We're going to go on Control Restrictions and click OK. And that's it. That's all you need to do to create an organizational unit and to create a group policy. It doesn't necessarily have to be one restriction. You could have dozens of restrictions that you don't want to use it to be on. It depends on your network and where you're setting up your network. So we're just going to close off these windows here. We're going to go to start. And I'm going to go to Active Directory users and computers. Alright, so let's say you want to the beauty about Active Directory. So the beauty about Active Directory is that you don't have to you don't have to actually go to all your devices to configure to apply these settings. You could just do it from right here on your server. Alright, so you're going to look for your organizational unit just to make sure it's here. If you're not seeing your organizational unit here, you just click on your domain and refresh just to make sure it's there. Then we're gonna go to users. Just so instance, I'm just gonna use John Smith, one of my other users that I created. Then click on right click and then click on move and move it to our organizational unit. Alright, and then we could sign on to one of our other machines, clients, sign on to John Smith. Let's go onto our Windows 7 machine. And once you get onto our Windows 7 machine, we're going to go to Start menu and type in Control Panel and try to access it, and you'll see it says we basically said that we have no access from the user John Smith. Alright, to contact our administrator. Alright, so we successfully set up our GPU and object unit. Alright, and that's it for this video.